All right, last night after class or during class, a comment was made and a challenge was thrown out for me to make a video. We were talking about us being knights, and the Renaissance Fair had come up, and it was just a whole topic of conversation. So I thought I would run through how I did that. I've had a few people message me and ask, "Oh my gosh, how did you do that?" And it's a process. But here's the video. Let me play that first. Okay, kind of corny. I know it was just a quick get something up there. It was a joke, inside joke, I guess. It wasn't bad. It was like 50 seconds long, and it was many videos put together. So I'm going to go through my thought process. When somebody makes a comment, oh, it'd be funny if Noel said it'd be, she needs to make herself a knight. And then she said, yeah, Kim will probably put a video of that. Oh, it would be funny if Kim and I were knights and jousting, because we were talking about the Renaissance Fair that she's going to go to. And so, of course, the visual pops in my head. Oh, I'm going to go do this. And so first I had to have images of Noel and I as knights. So I went over to ChatGPT because it does really good images for me. I've been, having it do stuff for a while. So I took a clip of me and uploaded it. It said, make me a fierce knight in full armor with my face shield up and my face showing. And this is what it generated. And it does everything in my brand colors because it knows my brand colors. And so that's why it made it gold and bronze. So did a great job. Okay, so I downloaded that. Now I have this image. And then I did a screen clipping of Noel from somewhere in school, I'm pretty sure, and said, make Noel a knight. Well, it didn't get her brand colors right. So I went and did a clip of AI leadership to give it the coloring so it would correct it. And then it put her in a knight's uniform with the right brand color blue. And so now I have the two images. That just took a couple of minutes. And now I wanted to take those images and go to a video generating platform and have it generate the little video for me and Noel jousting on horses is basically what I wanted. And so first I go to Gemini so I can just make that request. And the first one it didn't do a good job. First of all, it didn't look like Noel. Didn't have her in her knight's uniform. I'm not really in a knight's uniform. So I said, okay, let's try it again. Now remember, every time you do this, it costs money because you're using tokens. But I did it again. But I thought, well, let me go try the media generator on PayMeGPT. So I went over to another platform. But it never really generated the facial recognition for Noel or myself. And most of the time, like 3 of them, they were men as the knights. So it would never get us right, even though I really liked the scene. And again, all 4 of those videos cost me $1 or $2 to make. So then I went to Kling. It's my old standby that I go to. And if you go over here to Kling, there's a couple of different options you have. But I basically went over here to video generation, uploaded the 2 images that I had created of us as knights. And then I went over to the storyboard because I knew I didn't want to just make one 5-second video. I wanted to make like a storyboard. So I went over here, told it what I wanted, put image 1, image 2, said I want to create a jousting match between these 2 characters in their full knight armor on horseback, galloping towards each other in the arena. starting at opposite ends of the arena and meeting in the center, where their jousting poles make contact and break apart, knocking them off their horses in a fierce battle. And so it came up with some different things, kind of a flow, right? Because it told me what scenes it was going to create. And so then it generates all these images, these little videos for me. And then I took all of these videos that it created and downloaded each one. Each one's just a few, 5-10 seconds long, not even 10. Most of them are 3 to 5. And then once I get all of those downloaded, now I can go to another platform, another program, which is CapCut, and I can import all of the images and videos that I want into CapCut. And then I'll drag them down here into the timeline. I did a little bit of editing, some animation, switched them up a little bit, pulled out some audio and clipped it, rearranged it. And once I was happy with it, this took about 15 minutes. And then I exported it as one movie, 50 seconds long, 51 seconds long. But yeah, that's how I did it. The whole thing probably took less than 30 minutes, and the majority of that was the editing on CapCut. The rest of it was pretty quick and painless. Oh, but it did cost, when I went and looked at my usage for my Gemini API, which is what I used for all of these. The ones that I did on Kling cost me about 500 credits, and I pay monthly for credits on Kling. I don't use a Gemini API. So $12 on Gemini and probably $4 on Kling. So a total of $16. So it adds up fast. If you're going to do video stuff, just be prepared. There is a cost, and it can add up very quickly if you're not paying attention. So that's why I don't do video stuff every day. You can figure about $1 per generated video if you're using the Gemini API. But hopefully that was beneficial and you guys got something out of that. That's all I got for you today. And again, I am in here on Thursdays every week, catching you up on what I'm doing for the week, answering any questions. If you want to stop by anytime I'm in here working on something, I try to come in here and hit the go live and share my screen. So if you come into the community and you see the red live button, just hop in and I'll be working, sharing my screen, and you can ask questions or work along with me, or just watch and see what I'm doing. I like to share my workflow. It's messy, it jumps around, and I don't have a plan a lot of times. I have work blocks where I just come in here and work on certain things. And so if you want to come in and watch how I do that, you are definitely more than welcome to do that. If it's something that I need to really concentrate on, I'll probably mute myself. And if you ask in the chat a question, that might be better, so I can get to it when I'm not focusing on what I'm actually doing. But yeah, feel free to come in and check it out. And if you have any questions, send me a direct message here. Just go in here and type my name, and you can send a message. And then check out the calendar for when I'm in here scheduled. Thursdays, like today, I come in here every Thursday and catch up. And then Saturdays, I'm in here to go over my school maintenance and talk with other school community builders that want to share best practices and build consistency in what they're doing. And I usually go over the schoolers' Tuesday video, what they've covered. And then on Sundays, Wednesdays, I'm in office hours over in Discord. The links are in here. And then on Monday, we set our goals for the week. And I come in live on Monday mornings to check in, see how everybody's doing on that. If they got theirs met the week before, and encourage them to post for the current week. And then on Tuesdays is my VIP group. That is a private group, paid group that builds specific things and build together, or I do a workshop and build something and train them on something. And you're welcome to send me a message if you're interested in that and what we do, and you have questions about upgrading. But that's it. I'm gonna close this one out for today, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.